Okay, hello, grade 10. To assist you in answering your learning activity sheet number 2, let me share with you some terms and symbols related to circles. So some illustrations of circles are the figures on the screen. So which do you think of this best illustrate a circle? Okay, let's first start with the objectives of this video. One is to define and name a circle, identify and name parts of the circle, and give concrete illustrations of a circle and its parts. So what is a circle? A circle is a set of points equidistant from a fixed point called the center. For instance, we have here point O. So it is the fixed point, and the set of points equidistant from that fixed point, so as you can see, is what you refer to as a circle. Okay, so this is what we refer to as the circle. Therefore, the best illustration of a circle is no other than the ring. Now, how do we name a circle? A circle is named by a capital letter, which is the center itself. For example, in this illustration, we can call this as circle O. And in symbol, how do we write circle O? So we have the symbol for circle. So we have circle O. And this one. Okay. So again, to name a circle, we use the center of the circle. Okay, now what about radius? So radius refers to the segment connecting the center of the circle to any point on the circle. For instance, we have here point O, which is the center of the circle, and a point A on the circle. So this line segment connecting the center and a point A is what we refer to as the radius. And in symbol, we have segment OA, or we use this line segment to refer to the segment itself, and that is named as segment OA, which is also the same as segment AO. So take note, we use this line segment to refer to this segment connecting O and A. Now, radius can also be referred to as the distance between the center and a point on the circle. So take note that when we say distance, we mean measure. So when we are referring to the measure or to the distance in symbol, we do not use anymore the line segment. So again, if you have line segment OA, we are referring to the segment itself. But without the line segment, simply OA or AO, we mean the distance from the center of a point on the circle. Or we are referring to the measure of the radius itself. Then, what about a diameter? So a diameter is the segment connecting 2 points on the circle and passing through the center. So again, we have here circle O, and points A and B are on the circle. So the line segment connecting this point A and point B that passes through the center of the circle is what we refer to as the diameter. So again, since we are referring to the line segment, when we write that in symbol, so we use the end points of the diameters. We have point A and B, therefore we have segment AB or segment BA is the diameter of the circle. So in other words, as you can see here, that the diameter is twice the radius. So in symbol, we have AB. So why did we not choose line segment anymore? Because we already mean the measure. So we're already referring to the measure of the diameter. Therefore, we don't need to use the line segment symbol. So AB, which is the diameter, is equal to 2 times AO. So what is AO? AO is the measure of the radius, no? Or AB is equals to 2 OB. Or we say the radius is half of the diameter. That's why we have here AO is equal to 1/2 AB. So again, let me clarify. If there's no symbol for line segment, we mean the distance or we mean the measure. Next, a chord. So a chord is also a line segment. So it is a segment connecting any 2 points on the circle. So is it different from the diameter? Now, a diameter is also a chord, but not all chords are diameter. For example, in this case, segment AB is a chord and segment AB is a diameter. So it is a diameter because it passes through the center of the circle. But if you have here another point on the circle, so that's point C, connecting the segment connecting point B and point C is what you call as a chord. But it is not a diameter because it does not pass through the center. So here we have chord BC or segment BC, which can also be named as segment CB. Ayan. Next, the arc. So arc is part of the circle. So we have 3 kinds. We have the semicircle, the major arc, and the minor arc. So which do we refer to as the semicircle? The semicircle is an arc whose endpoints are the endpoints of the diameter. So since we have your segment AB is a diameter whose endpoints are points A and B, then this arc from point A through C to A is half of the circle. Therefore, this is what we call as the semicircle. So in this case, we can name this semicircle as arc ACB. Now take note, we also use this symbol to mean arc. Now there are actually 2 semicircles. So this semicircle, arc ACB, and this other side. But in this case, since there's no distinct points on this side, so we cannot name this arc because a semicircle is named using 3 capital letters or 3 points on the circle. Okay, so we can only name this semicircle. Okay, then what about a major arc? So a major arc is an arc whose measure is greater than that of a semicircle. So, mas malaki sa semicircle. So, example of that is arc ABC. Where is it? Arc ABC. So, take note of the rotation. So, which part? So, you start with point A through B to C. So, the end points are points A and C. So we mean this part of the circle. So that's greater than the diameter, so it's a major arc. Then another is arc BAC. BAC. So this part of the circle is also a major arc. Now a minor arc is less than that of a semicircle. So if this is a semicircle, then we have a major arc BC or CB and a minor arc BC rather, and a minor arc CA, or AC. Okay, so these are the three kinds: the semicircle, the major arc, and the minor arc. Okay, what about central angle and inscribed angle? So what's the difference between the two? So when we say central angle, we mean an angle whose vertex is the center of the circle. So the center of the circle is point O. Then we connect point O to D. So that's a radius. Point O to B. So we form another radius. Now these two radii form an angle whose vertex is the center. So this is what we call as central angle. And this angle can be named using the points on the circle and the center. So take note that since the vertex is point O, so this angle can be named as angle BOD. So we use the symbol for angle. So again, angle BOD, or it can also be named as angle DOB. Now, what about an inscribed angle? So an inscribed angle, on the other hand, is an angle whose vertex is on the circle and whose sides are chords of the circle. So we have here an angle whose vertex is on the circle. So we can name this angle as angle CBA or angle ACB. Okay, is it clear? So from there, so let's try if we can identify these parts. So examples, we have radius. So can you name? Example of a radius, we have segment JA or AJ, segment AN or NA. Now please take note that when you write or you identify radius, you always have to use the symbol for line segment because we are not referring to the measure here. Okay, then what about the diameter? So diameter, we have segment JE or segment EJ. Then chord, so you can name as many. So here we have segment LE, segment JE is also a chord, though it's a diameter. Then we have segment NE. Though this line segment is extended in the external of the circle, but you can name this part in which the endpoints are the points on the circle. So we're referring to the segment only. So that does not include the points outside the circle. So this is segment NE is a chord. Next, semicircle. So semicircle is an arc. So we can name rather arc JNE. So that's some semicircle. Then arc JLE. Next is minor arc. So minor arc, we have arc JL, arc JN, arc NE, and arc EL. So these are minor arcs. Okay, next is major arc. So major arc must be greater than a semicircle. So you can have arc J and L. So that does not include this part. Now, arc J and L can also be named as arc JEL. Next, we also have, if we do not include this part, so we are referring to this major arc, then we have arc JLN or arc JEN. Now, if we do not include this, then we'll have arc NJE or NLE. So those are examples of major arc. Central angle. So we have central angle JAN, this angle. Then angle NAE, so this angle. What about inscribed angles? So inscribed angle, so we have this angle. Okay, we can name that as angle LEJ. What else? So this one is also an inscribed angle because this radius can be extended here, no, to satisfy the definition in which the side of the inscribed angle are the sides are chords on the chords of the circle. So therefore this is an inscribed angle which can be named as angle A and E. What else? This one is also an inscribed angle. Okay, that can be named as angle JEN. And this one is also an inscribed angle. So angle LEN. Okay, so I hope you understood something and you can now answer your learning activity sheet number 2 in preparation for proving theorems about circles. Okay, good luck.